And as you would probably expect, the match point is saved with an unreturned serve. It's Hubert Huckacz after all. They don't call me Hubert Huckacz for nothing. That's what he says. But still, 7-0. We will once again have either a match point for Arthur Fields or a set point for Hubert Huckacz yet again. No shot, man. No shot. What's happening? I don't even know where to start. I mean, I really don't.
But I think Huckacz is hurt.
Is he? I mean, he's on the ground. I don't even know where to start. I mean, the return from Fields was barely in. Huckacz played a drop volley. Fields got to it. Like Huckacz definitely like failed there. Like he just gave Fields the chance to win the point, and he almost did, but he couldn't get that last shot over the net, which he should have. Like he totally should have. But yeah, it seems like during that dive, Huckacz has hurt himself. The funny thing is that like he's just 1 point away from winning the match, from winning the set, and isn't it like remotely possible for Fields to just hit a double fault now? It is. I, I don't know. I mean, there's a physio coming on, but the point itself was crazy. Like this should have been match point Fields, to be honest. I mean, the last shot he should have gotten it, but it seems like Huckacz really might be done. I don't know.
As soon as it happened, my millisecond reaction was, "My goodness me, Feast, you've messed up there." But then about another millisecond later, I could see, although the camera very quickly went to Artur and his reaction, I could see that what had happened to Huckacz was not. There was a good chance he wasn't going to get up, and that's where
he
we're
was
at.
on the floor like 7 times in this match already.
Yeah, but this was a different one because I saw him. I think he even sort of, knew there was a reaction from him that wasn't like, oh, he's just, gone for a diving shot. Let's see. I mean, listen, this could be just something that got locked and it just needs to be unlocked. But
Yeah, I mean, doesn't have to be much. We'll see. We'll see in a second, I guess. But yeah, so far he can't walk. The physio is like literally treating him on the like next to the net, next to where he fell. Arthur came up to him and helped him get up, but now Huckacz is on the ground again and they're treating him. But yeah, now I see a replay of that. Actually, no, I mean this was just a regular dive.
that's right.
And then
The
when he
reason
gets up,
I know
yeah.
now, I know now why I was concerned was because it's not that he doesn't get up from the dive. He gets up from the dive and then goes back down.
Yeah, when he got up, that's when he felt it. Yeah. But the dive was like every single one earlier in the match. Yeah. I mean, he literally should have lost the point in the first place.
Yeah. Feast just has to get it over the net. I mean, Feast
Yeah.
is
It's
watching
not
that again.
super
It's even
easy. I mean,
worse.
it's not like super easy because he's late to the ball, but still.
Yeah, but it's not. He's not stretching too far down. He's getting the middle part of his racket on it. I think it is quite easy.
Most of the time you make that shot. Let's say that.
Yeah, most of the time I make that shot. Feast should be making it more often.
You wouldn't have even made it. You would have been, in the traumas. You would have been like far behind because of your weak speed.
Angelo asking what happened, who's injured. Huckacz is injured. Yeah. At one point, it looked like he couldn't get up without some assistance, and now he's hobbling. I mean, I think we're looking. What's happening? They're all clapping. So he's going to take a medical timeout, I guess.
Yeah, he is. He's like getting to the bench by himself, but well, I think there seems to be some crying as well at the moment.
For those of you watching, please do hit subscribe. Let's see if there's any reaction on Twitter.
I mean, of course there is. Yeah. Right now we really don't know what's gonna happen. It's just like what a few minutes they're gonna get with him, but if he cannot walk, would he still try to win the next point at least, given it's on the field serve? I mean, it's set point up, right?
I mean, he's just got to go for it on the return, right?
I think I would try, right? Just set point and then on the changeover take a toilet break. I don't know. Somehow, but I don't know. I really have no idea.
And then if you lose the point,
if you lose the point, you probably throw in the towel. I mean, well, if he can't walk even. Although it's 8-8, right? You might as well try for one more, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I mean, he was literally just like, on one leg going to the bench, so hopping, so yeah, retirement set point up is definitely quite rare, but it might happen sometimes. I don't remember the exact specifics, but I think Dustin Brown might have retired match point up once. His back was just completely shot, and he wouldn't even be able to serve. I don't know. I might be getting that wrong. Maybe he was just like 2 points away from the win, maybe 3, but definitely very close to a win, and he had to retire. Okay, he's sitting now, but again, he's gonna get some treatment here. Fils asked for some balls to serve with. They're gonna bandage his knee now.
so let's just remind ourselves that basically it's 8-7 in the tiebreak. And of course, should he win the next point, we'll be going into a fifth set, having been 2 sets to love down. Lots of people tuning in right now. Please do hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. We'll try and keep you up to date with both this match. I saw a lot of people panicking about Jessica Pegula, but I don't think that's quite necessary just yet. She's a set down, but that's about it as far as last I saw. Brian asking, will Hubie retire? Let's say it's 50-50 right now. Let's talk about the next point being 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, right away, I would guess he might try play a point.
I think he's going to try. Bearing in mind he's getting a bandage attached to it. That's when you have a bandage attached, you're not going to then, unless he stands up and collapses again.
Yeah, I mean, he might stand up and just not be able to walk, right?
Yeah. But I suspect, so his coach is obviously looking at a replay. Ghosty there, saying. His coach is obviously watching a replay on his phone.
He's up. He's walking very gingerly, but it's better than the hopping earlier. Let's see how he gets to the line here.
Yeah, I mean, this.
He's walking. I mean, he's walking. He's kind of.
Yeah, but he's walking like, I've seen people hammered at 3 o'clock in the morning walk home in a more coordinated manner.
It might actually allow him to win a point. Like, it's possible if
it might allow him to win a
messes
point
up completely.
Yeah.
Then, of course, the fifth set becomes like a completely different story. But
good return. I thought he was going to hit return out. Oh, you nearly won that point. You nearly did it.
Oh my, and he dives again.
He dives again. You went for the corners. You went for the lines.
Is that over? I guess so. No.
Listen, he'll go for
he comes back to the line.
No, because he'll go for this again in a similar fashion. I mean,
Yeah,
he's not far away from winning that point.
he wasn't. I mean, he wasn't pushed, like, sort of to move in this rally. He was hitting good quality shots. Yeah. And it's gonna be a second serve for Fields. Like, I really think a double fault might be coming.
No.
Fields again just kind of doesn't really have a way of making him move here, you know? Oh, did you see the ball boy, by the way?
I didn't see the ball boy now.
The ball boy moved because he thought the Fields shot was going out.
Anyway, Huckacz is retiring.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd think he would have given him the match point. He had match point, didn't he, Feast? But yeah, Huckacz is retired. So Hubert
Yeah.
Huckacz is out. Artifice is through.
I generally don't like it.
I don't think
Um,
Feast is too bothered, and maybe
no,
Huckacz.
it's acceptable in this case. Like, really,
It's just
it.
yeah. I mean, maybe even just moving for one of those serves could have made it worse. By the way, lots of people tuning in, and I don't want to exploit Huckacz's misfortune here, but please do subscribe. It really does help the channel, and we'll keep bringing you content in the future. But I was going to say content such as this. Well, hopefully we don't get to commentate on more unfortunate retirements. We just hope that Huckacz can get well soon, especially with the Olympics on the horizon. I mean, it looks like a few weeks to me. That's Dr. John. Bear in mind, if I was your doctor, you'd be in big trouble. You'd probably just rather have a random person on the street doing it rather than me. But that doesn't look like, even if he'd managed to win that match, you'd be hugely questioning whether he'd be able to play much further part in this tournament anyway. And really unfortunate for
Yeah.
Hubie, because this is his tournament. This is his moment. This is his moment every year that he
I mean,
goes.
let's remember that he also really could have lost this tiebreak, just
Oh, definitely, yeah,
without
yeah.
the injury. Like, there's no guarantee that he would have stayed in it.
But
But
set point, wasn't it, on the return? I think, wasn't it?
on the return, yeah, and that's what makes it kind of, yeah. We
Yeah,
have to remember that he wasn't in the fifth set yet. Like, he didn't have it secured, right? But yeah, as I said earlier, like, usually retiring match point down, I think, is a dick move. I'm sorry if that's not acceptable for YouTube, but usually it
yeah,
is. In this case, more than acceptable, and no, really nothing that we have to blame him for. Feels still that played a great match. I mean, especially the first two sets. Honestly, the backhand hitting was probably the best I've ever seen from him. After that, it just got more like nervous, patchy, and there was a lot of messing around. Eventually, he still recovered in the fourth set as well, right? From 3-5, 15-40. Like, without that, the injury probably never happens, right? So it was another kind of moment where, like, Hurkacz could have cleaned it up a bit more easily, maybe got us to the fifth set. Maybe Fields never gets to like a situation where he can actually win it in four. But yeah, all in all, of course, the injury is also one of the biggest stories here. And let's see how Hurkacz will be able to recover from that soon enough. I mean, he was supposed to play in Gstaad, I think. That's probably off the table. Let's see if the Olympics are. And he was supposed to
yeah,
play three disciplines at the Olympics. So there's a certain Iga Świątek and a certain Jan Zieliński who also might be, well, a little worried about this right now. I mean, for Iga, probably still the main thing is singles, but she definitely would have liked to play mixed with Hurkacz. Zieliński, I don't think he has any possible partner from Poland he can qualify with other than Hurkacz. So, well, that's kind of, we're gonna have to monitor the situation. Of course, we don't know how serious it is. For now, he was just kind of still barely walking off the court. Said some goodbyes to Fields as well, and yeah, it's one of the biggest upsets so far. It kind of is in crazy circumstances, but he was also
is it
outplayed
one
for
of the
some
biggest
chunks of the
upsets?
match. Huh?
Is it one of the biggest upsets? Is it one of the biggest up? I mean, it's an upset, but is it
Of
like
the event? I mean, of the event? What's
yeah?
comparable at the event? Like,
maybe it's just there hasn't been so many crazy upsets. We had some crazy
I mean,
comebacks.
we've had Komesania against Rublev, for example, but it's like kind of non-impactful in terms of the event, right? And
Yeah,
because like
because
Rublev was not considered one of the favorites, that's like one of
you
the
know,
favorites going out
yeah,
unexpectedly. Maybe that's the
thought in my
better way of phrasing it, but still, it's a big story nonetheless, that he's out and that he's out injured basically as well.
Bolton and Dart into a third set. Yeah, I want to ask you now
Mhm.
about Djokovic, and is this more good news for him?
Djokovic Hurkacz. I mean, if he plays the minor in the quarters, that's certainly a more manageable opponent. I would say maybe the sort of problem round for Djokovic moves to the fourth with Rune or Alice. That's kind of where I would look at right now,
So
rather than
yeah,
the quarters.
you think Hallis could be a problem for him?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And then quarterfinal would be. I actually think De Minaur is not much of a step down, especially. I mean, De Minaur beat Novak this
It's not
year
a step down in quality. I don't think it is at all. I think it is in terms of the matchup.
matchup. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I still think that De Minaur's win in Australia might give us some hope. De Minaur on grass, Djokovic where he's at, but yeah, I think this is another 1% closer to the Wimbledon final at the very least,
Yeah.
anyway, for Novak.
It is. It really is. Yeah. And the minor, it's not even a Djokovic specific thing, right? The matchup between the minor and Hurkacz. Like if you're a top player, you want to face Alex de Minaur, not Hubert Hurkacz, just because it will be less of a lottery, less of a random match, given the Pole's big serve. So yeah, it is helpful to Novak. Yeah.
Djokovic is up a set and a break. He's pretty close to a 2-sets-to-love lead. For those of you wondering, well, anyway, Hubert Hurkacz's Wimbledon has come to an end, and so I think as our coverage of this match until basically Jack and I commence the Iga Martic match, which could well be in about 45 minutes from now, depending on how quickly Novak gets the job done against the wildcard Fernley. And yeah, I want to say big thanks for everyone for joining. Damien for
Oh, and by
sailing
the
the
way,
ship.
the last ball drops might be an issue. However, I will still I will make sure what time I'm talking about. It's about something else with somebody, and I
Yeah,
will get
sure.
back to you.
Just let me
But
know. Yeah.
let's say I'm a 50-50 for now.
50-50 is fine. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Anyway, thanks for everyone for joining. Make sure you do hit the like button. Please do subscribe. We've got 65 people watching right now on YouTube. So please do hit that subscribe button because it helps us get closer to the 9,000 mark. And hopefully one day we'll get to 10,000. But yeah, everyone else, well, hit the like button and we'll catch up with you all very soon. We'll have obviously Iga against Martic coming up very, very soon. Cheers.